All right, chill out real quick, man. The last video where I did a topic like this, I felt like I gave y'all straight fact, you know what I'm saying? Straight gospel, you know what I mean? About the villains that I would beat like they owed me money, okay? And the comments were not having it. Y'all been screaming 3 names at me since that video dropped, okay? Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, and that little rat from Terrifier. So you know what? Since y'all been asking so nice, well, not nice, but y'all been cussing me out in the comments, but I'm gonna go ahead and address it, okay? Part 2, let's get into it, bro, because I got some bones to pick with these 3 specifically, and maybe an extra one if y'all are nice. All right, but anyways, first up, we got the big man himself, okay? Hockey mask, machete, can't swim allegedly, even though he lives in a lake. This dude right here. Now, I already know what y'all thinking. Sin, he's 6'4", undead, doesn't feel pain, and he's killed 1,000 camp counselors. Okay, and none of that matters to me, bro, because I already found the blueprint. Y'all remember what I said about Freddy last time? How I said you beat fear by not feeding it? Same thing applies here, except this dude doesn't even need fear. He just needs you to make a bad decision. That's it. That's his whole power set. He waits for you to split up from the group, go check on the noise by yourself, have sex in the cabin with the door unlocked. I'm not doing any of that, bro. I'm from the hood. We already travel in groups out of necessity. You think I'm walking to the gas station by myself at night? Let alone into the woods to go check on the noise? Nah, bro. If I hear a noise in the woods, I'm already in the car. I'm gone, okay? I left before the noise finished being a noise. Another thing, everybody acts like Jason's some kind of chess grandmaster, but this man has never once outsmarted anybody. He just shows up. That's the whole strategy. Show up, stand there, swing machete. There's no plan B, all right? If I know that's the only move in his whole move set, I'm running him like I got the patch notes, okay? I'm gonna bait him into a low ceiling, because we've seen that this man can't duck under literally anything. This man will still find a way to bonk his big ass hockey mask on a beam. He's basically a big goofy dog that happens to be immortal. And on top of that, my nigga can't swim. Bro, I grew up going to the pool every single summer of my life, and not the regular pool, okay? The pool with the deep end that had no lifeguard, okay? And 3 older cousins that pushed you in before you knew how to swim. I learned survival swimming before I learned regular swimming. You already know what I'm doing. I'm luring this man dead into the lake that he supposedly drowned in as a kid, and I'm letting Mother Nature finish the job, okay? Here's the real argument though, the one that nobody brings up, right? Jason relies on you being scared and stupid at the same time, but what happens when you're neither? What happens when the person he's chasing has 0 fight or flight left in his body because he already been through it in real life? Bro, I already survived stuff scarier than a man in a hockey mask. I survived getting jumped in 8th grade. I survived my own mama finding my browser history. Jason walking at me slow with a machete is not the scariest thing that's ever walked towards me, bro. And that's not even a joke. That's just a fact about growing up. So respectfully, big man, hockey mask and all, I'm cooking you too. Slow, steady walk and all. I got a bike. You don't even run. You just walk at people. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this nigga do be teleporting and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you basically be walking and then teleport and catch people. But that's besides the point. I got a bike and a car. And honestly, bro, the best thing to do against Jason is just don't be around lakes. Stay home. Michael Myers, your time has come, okay? This is the one that y'all really wanted to see me talk about, okay? And I get it, because on paper, this dude is supposed to be the scariest one on the list. To some of y'all, I don't agree, you feel me? That hockey mask, he kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie, but listen, man. He just be standing there, tilting his head, don't say nothing. And unlike Jason, this man is actually patient, okay? He'll stalk you. He actually waits in the background of a shot for 11 minutes before he does anything, okay? I respect the technique, but here's my problem with Michael Myers specifically, right? This whole franchise is built on the idea that regular Midwest suburban people who have never seen a real fight in their life are the ones going up against him, all right? And that's not a fair test, bro. You're testing this man against people whose biggest altercation before that night was an argument about a parking spot at a PTA meeting. Put me in the story. Just swap me in for Lori. I ain't gonna lie, maybe not Lori. She different. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, that's why she's still not dead and that nigga is. You feel me? They got to reboot the story now. They done killed this nigga. They put this nigga in one of them industrial meat choppers. Nigga put him in one of them joints that's being a junkyard. Did him dirty. And if a white woman can do that, nigga, I can too. First of all, the entire mythology of Michael Myers is that he's supposedly unkillable. But every single movie, somebody manages to put him down temporarily with stuff that's lying around a garage. Knitting needle, a literal clothes hanger, bro. Put it into the boogeyman for the whole movie. You mean to tell me that I can't do the same thing but with actual weapons? Because unlike these suburban families, I have access to a few things that ain't legally supposed to be in the house. There's nothing in my house, by the way. I am a felon. I have no illegal firearms at all. Just had to put that out there. You feel me? You never know who's listening. I don't want them to get the wrong idea.
This video is made completely fictional. All things said in this video are for entertainment purposes, and I will really 556 that nigga Michael Myers.
I'm just saying, bro, a coat hanger work. Imagine what, allegedly, someone else could be working with. And another thing, everybody's scared of the fact that he doesn't talk, doesn't show emotion, doesn't react to pain. Okay, cool. But he also doesn't have a plan besides walk towards the person and stab him. That's Jason's whole thing too, and I already handled that. The only difference is Michael's patient about it, which honestly just means I get more warning, not less. If this man is going to stand in my backyard for 20 minutes staring at me through a window before he does anything, that's 20 minutes. And I'm gonna use to call everybody I know, get in my car and be halfway to a different state code by the time he decides to move. You're not sneaking up on me if you're going to stand there like a mannequin the whole time. Bro, that's just giving me a heads up. Now, I know the argument is going to be, but shit, he shows up in your house, in your closet. He's already inside before you know it. Okay, fair. But here's the thing. I don't own anything worth breaking into a house for. So realistically, this man's picking the wrong neighborhood to pull up on. You think Michael Myers going to be in the hood bothering black people? No. He's going to be in some suburban white woman's house. He just be looking for Lori white ass anyway. He's used to going after people with 2-story houses and a Volvo in the driveway, okay? He's going to walk into my apartment, see nothing but an Xbox, some ramen, and honestly probably feel bad for me and leave, okay? Not really an Xbox. I'm a PS5 guy, you know what I'm saying? But Xbox, the first thing that popped in my head, or whatever, man. That's not even a joke though. That's just economics, bro. Michael Myers preys on suburban guilt and quiet money. I don't have either of those things. I'm the wrong target demographic entirely. Okay. Art the Clown. This one right here is the one that's actually a little different, bro. And I want to be honest with y'all because I respect a worthy opponent. Art the Clown from Terrifier is not like the other two, okay? This man is creative. This man is having fun doing what he's doing, which honestly is more unsettling than anything Jason or Michael ever did, okay? Because at least those two seem like they hate their job. He's out here doing full mime routines mid-murder. That's a different kind of crazy, bro. That's like getting robbed by somebody doing a whole comedy set while they take your wallet. But here's the thing. I want y'all to really sit with this, okay? Everything Art does works because he catches people off guard with theatrics. He's doing a whole show. He wants an audience. He wants a reaction. He wants you scared and entertained at the same time. That's literally his whole gimmick, bro. I make YouTube videos for a living, okay? I have been performing in front of people who want to be entertained for years. You cannot outbid me, my nigga. If Art the Clown pulls up doing a whole silent comedy routine trying to psych me out, I'm looking at him like he's auditioning. I'm not scared. I'm critiquing, okay? I'm sitting there like, okay, the pantomime was solid, but the pacing in the middle was a little slow, my nigga. I cut that part, maybe edit this, move this around, and that alone will probably throw him off, throw his whole rhythm off, my nigga, because nobody ever heckled this man mid-kill before. Now, I'm not gonna lie, maybe he will still kill me, most likely he would, but at least he would know that I wasn't scared of his bitch ass. Another thing, everybody acts like the gore and Terrifier is what makes him dangerous, but if you strip all that away, this is just a man in clown makeup who doesn't talk and relies entirely on the shock value of what he's about to do to you. Now, I want to clarify, I am talking about Terrifier 1, when that nigga Art was still mortal, okay? Because when he dies, apparently from the mythos, from what I hear from y'all, he gets possessed by a demon and it's like he's immortal and some other shit. But before that, nigga, he was a clown. He was a man, okay? I'm doing him greasy, nigga. You not about to catch me off guard. Oh, I'm a clown, haha. No, bitch ass, I seen your movie. I know what to expect. Nigga, a skinny ass dude in face paint, all right? I've been to family cookouts more physically threatening than that, bro. I'm not exaggerating. My Uncle Ray, after 4 Coronas, is scarier than Art the Clown on a bad day, all right? So the moment the surprise wears off, I don't think this fight goes well for him at all because unlike Jason's brute strength or Michael's, Art's whole toolkit is make you feel uncomfortable before he strikes. And bro, I have been uncomfortable since birth, my nigga. You cannot make me more uncomfortable than my own life already has. There is no version of a silent clown in an alley that beats what I've already lived through mentally, my nigga. Respectfully. Now, you know, Terrifier 2 and 3, you got that. I'll give you that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he catches me slipping, no warning, no context, okay, that's a rough one for most people. I ain't gonna lie, because he's a pure killer. But outside of that, bro, if I see you coming, pause. I'm doing that to you. Okay, I gave y'all a bonus one just because I love y'all, okay? Samara from The Ring. Okay, I've actually been sitting on this for a minute because I wanted to save this girl for last, okay? Little wet hair crawling out the TV, 7 days to live once you watch the tape, the whole 9. Now look, I respect the concept. I really do, because unlike somebody else on this list, Samara doesn't even need to be in the room with you. She out here doing remote work. She's the only villain on this whole list with a better work-life balance than me, and I make YouTube videos in my underwear or naked sometimes, but that's besides the point. So that's worth saying something, okay? But let's just be honest. This whole curse is built around a VHS tape, okay? When is the last time that I have ever seen a VCR? When is the last time that a nigga owned one? All right, I'm gonna keep it a band. The best way to beat her, nigga, is living my present day life, my modern day life. Nigga, I'm not watching that shit. I don't even think I own anything with a tape slot in my apartment. You already know she not touching me off strength alone. She needs the technology to touch me. And I have successfully evaded her by simply existing in the year that we're currently in. This woman's whole curse system is running on outdated hardware. You should have made this shit a YouTube video. She basically trying to hack me with dial-up internet, bro. She don't even know the game has moved past her. And let's say hypothetically somebody digitizes the tape, puts it on a laptop, sends it to me as a link, whatever. Okay, let's say I watch it. Okay, phone rings. 7 days. I have 7 days? That's not urgent. Y'all treating this like it's an emergency, and it's not. I got a whole week. I got a more advanced notice on my death from Samara than I got on half my bills. 7 days is enough time to do research, bro. Enough time to find the well she supposedly died in, dig her out properly, give her a real burial, apologize on behalf of her whack ass family, and be done with it before day 3. But I ain't gonna lie. Nobody ever talks about the thing, right? There's a way to beat the tape. All you have to do, I think, is get somebody else to like watch a copy of it or some shit. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I don't exactly remember exactly how, but it was something like that. Either way, I'm doing her greasy by just not existing in a world with VCRs, bro. Like, what are we talking about?